Analytic circuits impaired. No threatening life form detected.
Where were you?
I don't feel so good.
You piece of shit.
I resent that.
Fucking tortoise bird. Oh! Shit! 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 Why didn't you warn me?
It's not a life form I'm familiar with.
Facts. What are the facts? There are things that can hurt me. There's a power grid on the Meridian. If I can get there, this thing can beam me off. That's an assumption. Do I have amnesia? Am my brain damaged? Something is missing.
Something is missing.
Huh? Am I narrating?
Don't assume anything. That's how to survive. Anything can change. Everything will change.
Something feels fucked. Everything is fucked. I could be captured at any moment. Another turdfish bird or something worse could fly out of nowhere. Do I have a wife? Children? Parents? All I have is a name. And why Lars Shrike? Mommy and Daddy Shrike and baby Lars.
Lars, good night.
If I dream, I don't remember. Was I a test tube baby on a spaceship? Was amnesia engineered into my genes and I woke to selfhood?
Without the neurosis of parents, and genetically programmed to navigate the world. Whatever that world or planet or asteroid might be.
And somewhere along the line, I failed to socialize, or I was wrongly accused, and I wound up on a prison planet for a crime I forgot.
Or was I genetically engineered to be a prisoner? Because prisons need prisoners.
It could be a false memory. A memory implant. In this memory, I was sent to a psychiatric hospital on the Alphane moon. I am a manic depressive. I am manic to avoid being depressed. I was falsely accused of industrial espionage because the Watchers did not believe I could invent so many things. Lars Shrike. The hero of his own story. No.
Damage alarm! Damage alarm! Damage alarm! Ouch!
Ah. Ah.
Damage report. Barrel bent. Main circuits marginal. Aim unreliable. Navigation unreliable.
You're awake. It's okay, Lars.
How do you know my name?
You escaped. You're famous. Yes, I'm real.
Can you read my thoughts?
I can read your expression.
Are you?
A prisoner? Yes. Lottie. I escaped too.
Where are you from? What system?
Soul. I have Earth parents. Do you?
I don't know.
Don't know or don't remember?
I don't remember. So I don't know. Where's my chronoblaster?
Lars.
What are my options? Number one, she might not be what she seems. She might be a threat. A double agent. She might be anything. I can kill her. I have the element of surprise.
Damage alarm! Damage alarm! Damage alarm!
2, I can kiss her. Might be my first time. Because amnesia is a form of virginity. 3, we can politely go our separate ways. I might double my odds of escape if the pursuers have to split up to pursue me and Lottie separately. 4, I might find the duplicity of her friendliness exciting and have amazing sex with a double agent because she is pretending to be something she's not.
Damage alarm!
It's sex and
Damage
death
alarm.
and
Damage
self-loathing all rolled into one. 5, there are probably an infinite number of options, but I'd just like to stop thinking and kiss her. It's so cold and you're so warm. You're the nicest person I've met on this planet. Was there a Lottie? Was there a chronoblaster? Did an imaginary Lottie steal an imaginary chronoblaster?
CP.
Lars.
Why a blue sky today? I don't know the astronomy of this planet. I don't even know its name.
Don't assume anything. That's how to survive. Anything can change. Everything will change.
Fuck me, they got tracking devices. Maybe they're calibrated to a different life form. Elite guards? A native tribe? Drinking cylinders. Clever. I need to wait for night. How does an amnesiac entertain himself? This is where I could relive memories. Review the moments that got me here. If I had memories. this work? Is it heat activated? By body heat? Pressure sensitive? Is there an access code? A pattern that you tap? My first good day. That I remember. A four-wheeled device. Units for solitary confinement. A penal colony. Is he a guard? Is this housing for the guards? A tracking device and a communicator. An evolved form of the chronoblaster.
I'm highly evolved.
Quiet.
I'm very highly evolved.
Analyze.
Nutritional value.
Toxicity.
Low-level toxicity likely.
How low level? How likely?
Analytic circuits impaired. Power diminished. Immediate power recharge advised.
Where? How?
That's your job, not mine.
I'm a rat in a maze who thinks the maze is freedom.
No access to power source.
Then how am I supposed to charge you?
I don't know.
prison guards on patrol. Or maybe I crawled to a wormhole that connects the prison planet to this one. Maybe the guards followed me through the wormhole.
Or maybe I am an experiment, gone awry or forgotten.
Lars.
My heart is racing. My heart. How do I know I even have a heart? Maybe I'm bionic, but with fake blood sacs to fool me. Maybe I only think I'm warm-blooded.
Don't assume anything. That's how to survive. Anything can change. Everything will change.
What do they eat on my home planet? Or the space station, if that's where I was born. I can't remember what or how I ate in prison.
Red wine vinegar.
Vinegar?
I can read. Red is color. Wine. Vinegar. How do I know what these symbols mean? I am Lars Shrike. I can read, and I do not like red wine vinegar. I like apple juice.
When I know 10 or 100 or 200 things about myself, will I know who I am? How many facts does it take to make me into a me? A prisoner? An outcast? Scavenging? What does scavenging mean?
To get food or other objects from refuse or rubbish.
Water. Water.
My battery is dying. There is less and less of me left.
remotely piloting a craft. Yes, it must be a prison, with each one of them imprisoned in their own cell. Maybe this isn't a prison. A family? How do I know those words? Did I have a family? Did I have a father? A brother? A sister? A mother? Have I lost all memory of my family?
Cannot access power source.
A tool? For what? A tool. This moment will pass. Or will it? Everything that happens now. Now lasts forever. Now is a present.
Good night, Lars.
Good night.
So that's what you look like.
You.
I.
Good night, Lars.
California. That's on Earth. Am I on Earth? Or am I being tricked? If I was an inventor, maybe there are inventions in my head they want access to. Is my every move being watched? Is all this an illusion? There might be camouflaged cameras everywhere. Maybe everything that I see is a projection. That some demigod flipped a switch. When the sky went from green to blue. Maybe I'm a grand experiment. Maybe I'm a grand experiment facing budget cuts. And tomorrow, there will be no sun. Tomorrow, there will be no tomorrow.
What planet is this?
Huh?
What is that?
It's a cell phone.
From a prison cell.
No.
Why is it called a cell phone?
I don't know. It just is.
Is it a tracking device?
Yeah, they can track you with this.
Weapons function?
No.
Navigation function?
Yeah.
Can it connect to a power beam?
Power beam?
Transport beam to transport off the planet.
Huh?
How can I get one?
Money. I get disability benefits.
A disability is a benefit?
Yeah, they give you money if you have a disability. Or you can panhandle. Or you can ask folks for money. Or you can collect bottles and take them to the recycling center. But it'll take a hell of a lot of bottles to get a cell phone with.
I've learned a lot from you. Thank you.
What happened to you? Why are you here?
I escaped.
To this?
another four-wheeled device. Are scavengers welcome inside?
You need to sign up to use a computer.
What's the sign up?
See that lady over there? Just go tell her you'd like to use a computer.
I'd like to use a computer.
Do you have a library card?
No.
An ID card? Proof of address? Something with your name? That's not an ID.
It is where I come from.
Here. Take this to any computer that's open and use this username and access code, and you'll have an hour of time. You look like you have a question.
What is the web?
The World Wide Web is the internet.
Internet? I don't know what that word is.
Well, the internet connects computers all over the world. You can find out about anything on the internet. Take that to any computer and log on. How are you doing?
I don't know what to do.
You need to use the mouse to get the cursor over the username box.
Mouse?
This is the mouse. And the arrow is the cursor. See it moving around on the screen? So you get the cursor to the spot where you want it, and then you give the mouse a little press, like that. In this case, over the box that says username. You've never used a computer?
Not that I remember.
Go ahead, use the keyboard to enter the username I put down on that piece of paper. And now enter the password I gave you. And hit enter, this key right here. Good. You're learning fast.
That's the web?
Yeah, that's the web. What do you want to learn about?
Me.
Okay, then write your name in the search box. there are probably lots of Lars Shrikes. Here, you need to use your mouse to click on one of the links, and it'll take you to the websites where the words Lars Shrike are referenced. Go ahead, try the first one. Huh, that's interesting. He wrote The Trouble with Dick. We have that in fiction.
Excuse me.
Good luck, Lars. If you need any more help, just ask me.
Thank you.
Yes, how can I help you?
Hi, I called earlier.
The Trouble with Dick is a groundbreaking synthesis of science fiction and auto-fiction. Inner space and outer space fuse as the fictional character of Richard Kendrick struggles to write a pot-boiler SF story, The Galactic Chain Gang. Lars Shrike, Kendrick's fictional alter ego, undergoes all manner of Job-like suffering on an unnamed prison planet.
Did I read The Trouble with Dick? Did I have a fever dream of my own that I don't remember, and then woke from the fever dream brain damaged and deluded that I was Lars Shrike? As the character of Lars Shrike exists within the context of Kendrick's seminal work of autofiction, he can be regarded as an expression of the author's masochism. How else to explain the otherwise unmotivated episodes of pain and suffering that the character is subjected to? The Trouble with Dick might instead be titled The Three Stigmata of Lars Shrike. The Trouble with Dick. She said they have that book here. Kindred, H-I-J-K, Kafka. Kindred.
I looked on the web, and that's the only Lars Shrike I can find other than you. You can take that home with you if you want.
I don't have a home.
You can take it out of the library. I'll issue you a library card, and you can use that to borrow the book.
Can I borrow a map too?
What kind of map?
A map to 5730 Laverne Terrace, Los Angeles.
You'll have to print that map.
On the computer.
Copy it onto paper. It's 10 cents a page. I guess you are thinking, what is 10 cents?
Yes.
You don't have any money.
Money?
I'll print it out for you. Go back to your computer and hit print, and the map will print on that printer. You're my good deed for the day.
You're the nicest person I've met on this planet.
I take that as a high compliment.
Is this a prison planet?
Only if you think of it that way. Where did you get those clothes?
I got them in prison. Although I'm not so certain about that anymore. I have an inner voice that tells me not to assume anything.
Sounds like a pretty good inner voice.
Baby buggy. Baby buggy. Come on, baby, you could do it.
Cannot access power.
Come on. Charging.
I'm dying, Lars. Lars, I'm dying.
Step away from the vehicle. Step away from the vehicle. Walking in the middle of the road is dangerous. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Have you been drinking?
Yes.
Public intoxication is a crime.
I have not been drinking toxins. Unless they are tasteless toxins.
Stop! Back away. Hands up, where I can see them. What are you doing out here?
I am walking to 5730 Laverne Terrace.
Are you visiting friends? Family? Anybody? Well, stay safe.
A monument. Or the King's Guard. The Burger King's Guard.
Turn around and go back. You should go back to Lottie.
Lottie.
Or we could go back to the librarian.
Maybe electromagnetic waves are twisting my synapses. There was a phone in the kitchen where Dick would have some privacy for the call to Mr. Samsa. Mr. Samsa was his best hope to sell a story.
Mr. Samsa, hi, this is Dick Kendrick.
Right. What's up?
Well, you said to call you if I had any other ideas.
Well, I'll be glad to read whatever you got. Just send it on in.
Well, I haven't actually written it yet, but I wanted to tell you my idea to see if you thought it was, well, commercial or not, since you said that...
Okay, Dick. Well, give it to me in a very quick nutshell.
Okay. The title is The Galactic Chain Gang.
Good title.
It's about this inventor, sort of a genius industrialist type, who gets sent to a prison planet where he maybe gets embroiled in all these alternate realities. I plan on working in a lot of desert stuff, you know. Hostile creatures maybe escape from the chain gang and can,
Listen, kid. Sounds promising, but go easy on the desert stuff. Maybe throw in some mountains and a few oceans. A little city action, whatever.
The Galactic Chain Gang? Is this an alternate reality? Or is all this something I imagined? Or did some sadistic god or system engineer design me to suffer here? Forever? Or as a way station to some other place, some other time? Or am I an android whose ocular input is being watched by an alien species that takes vicarious pleasure from my suffering? Did I imagine a book called The Trouble with Dick? Did I invent Richard Kendrick and name myself Lars Shrike? Why don't I imagine the book? out of existence? Why don't I imagine myself out of existence? Okay, I'm still here. I think, therefore I still am. The sun is setting. If there still is only one sun, why assume that I'm able to take another breath? I breathe. Therefore I am. And if I shouldn't assume anything, why should I assume these marks on these pages will take me to a place that might not even exist? Cookies. Waves of energy rushed through Dick. He'd finished his novel, and that felt amazing. That his life would lead somewhere, and it would be a great adventure for as long as he lived it. As an adventure. Is this an adventure? Not one I would pick for myself. Unless I did. Will I ever know? Are there other escaped prisoners here? Secret police? Is this place, are all these people, all this suffering, something Richard Kendrick concocted for me to see? What kind of mind would imagine this? Did the mind that imagined this also imagine me?
Can I help you?
Does Richard Kendrick live here?
Who is asking?
Lars Shrike.
Are you Richard Kendrick?
Yes. Are you real?
I don't know. I hope so.
How did you find me?
I went to a library. Someone helped me.
Where did you get that jumpsuit?
In the prison? I don't remember anything except what happened after I escaped.
And your eye?
Some sort of flying fish creature.
A turd fish bird?
Yes.
That sounds like the kind of idea I would have. Please, come in. Your things are safe.
Don't assume anything. That's what a voice inside my head kept saying. The voice sounded exactly like your voice.
I feel like I'm talking to me. How about you? Do you feel like you are talking to yourself?
I came here for answers, not more questions.
I'm being rude. Please come in. Come. Are you hungry? Thirsty? Do you want a smoothie? Some supper?
You decide. I do not know the names of Earth foods.
May I? Thank you. It's exactly as I imagined.
Why wouldn't it be?
I'm having trouble with this whole situation. Why do you exist? How do you exist?
Why do you exist?
I was born.
But why?
I don't know why I was
Then
born.
why should I know why?
I knew my mother and my father. I knew how I was born. My father got my mother pregnant. My mother gave birth to me.
But why are you you? How are you you? How did that happen?
Genetics, experience.
I read The Trouble with Dick. That was me. That was my experience in that book.
None of this makes any sense. Characters in books do not come to life.
So I'm a character.
And characters don't walk and talk. Not in the real world, not outside the pages of the book.
The voice, your voice kept saying again and again, not to assume anything, and yet here we are, assuming so many things.
Because you can't get through a day or an hour without assuming hundreds of things.
But that's not what the voice kept saying. If it really was your voice, I kept hearing.
You can be quite logical, imaginative, and logical.
I'm very confused.
I'm pretty confused, too.
That is not what I wanted to hear.
How did you get here?
Don't you know?
You think I wrote this?
You could be writing this conversation right now, for all I know.
I'm not at a keyboard.
In your head.
I stopped writing this story. I couldn't make it work.
You put out my eye.
I'm sorry about that. This is all quite a shock to me. I could be hallucinating you.
I could be hallucinating you.
I wish that you were.
My pain. You gave me all my pain.
You exist because of me.
I didn't ask to exist.
I didn't ask to either. Are you glad that you do?
What?
Exist?
I have mixed feelings.
I get it. You look very tired.
I am very tired.
I'll make up a bed for you.
I can sleep in your dwelling.
Yes, of course. I'm not going to throw my character out on the street.
I said I wasn't your character anymore.
I'll go get the bedding. Here we go. I can't help feeling that I have completely lost my mind.
I've had that same feeling. I've had it for as long as I can remember, which isn't very long. I was hoping for an explanation.
I wish I had one. I need one too. Help yourself to whatever you'd like to eat or drink. Do you need anything else?
Where do you write?
In another room.
May I see it?
Yes. Yes. Come. So, this is where I write. I've had a lot of trouble continuing your story. I've been working on it for years. I'm truly sorry for your suffering. How could I have known? What are you thinking? I'm sorry. That's not a fair question.
I am thinking. So this is the room where I was born.
Did it hurt to get that?
I don't remember. the things that I've seen. A moon. Light. With no warmth. Pain. So much beauty. I am grateful to exist. Very tired.
Lars pushed his baby buggy away from the charging station. Every bone in his body, every synapse told Lars that the desert was safety. The desert was his destiny, that he should turn left and retrace his steps back to from where he came. Lars knew now that his existence depended on this. Lars locked the chronoblaster onto the transport beam that would lift him off the prison planet. Ah, this was how it felt to leave. The end. Don't assume anything. That's how to survive. Anything can change. Everything will change.
Yes, everything will change. This is perfect. To have a complex and troubled character, and to not yet have any idea where he will go or what he will do. What worlds he might visit, what prisons he might escape. How about this? One alternate reality opens into another. A universe of infinite regress. Or better yet, infinite egress. This is going to be great.
Are you writing me?
This will write itself.
You escaped. You're famous.
Why are you here?
There are probably lots of Lars Shrikes.
Are you visiting friends? Family?
You think I wrote this?
There's less and less of me left. Don't assume anything. That's how to survive. Anything can change. Everything will change.